Today I'm going to share with you one of our favorite recipes and one of the most popular recipes on My Plant-Based Family. It's Instant Pot Oats, and we're going to make it with steel cut oats and the Instant Pot. Hi, I'm Holly from My Plant-Based Family. First things first, let's grab our Instant Pot. Now today we are actually making a double batch of steel cut oats because we want to be able to enjoy this all week. So instead of our normal 1 cup of oats, we are going to add 2 cups of oats. And since we're doubling this recipe, we also have to double our water. So instead of the normal 3 cups of water, we're going to add 6 cups of water. Now thankfully we don't have to increase our time, we only need to increase our ingredients. So we're gonna give this a little stir and then get ready to stick it into our Instant Pot. Now, for this recipe, we cook it on manual for 3 minutes, and then we let the pressure come down naturally. It's super easy, and it's much easier than cooking steel cut oats on the stove. So once you get your lid closed, you're gonna wanna turn your seal back so that's in the sealing position. I'm going to show you some of our favorite recipe combinations as soon as this oatmeal is done. Okay, our oats are ready. So we need to release the pressure after we've let it sit for a little while. I like to wait 10 minutes. And then we're going to carefully take the lid off. Now, anytime you open your Instant Pot, there's going to be a lot of steam. It's very, very hot. There's going to be liquid condensation dripping everywhere, and you want to be careful, especially if you have any little kids around, that no one gets burned by this. The first thing you may notice here is that there's still a lot of liquid left in this oatmeal. Remember, we didn't stir it the whole time it cooked. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to stir it, and you're going to see how this extra liquid is actually the perfect amount. It's just starchy water, and as we stir it in, it's going to create a very creamy texture for this steel cut oats. Let's get this oatmeal into bowls. For our first oatmeal, we are going to add cinnamon. You can use as much or as little as you like, and then we're going to add some diced apples. This is a favorite in our household. Next, we're sprinkling on some ground flaxseed, and we're going to finish it off with a little bit of hemp seed. Apple cinnamon oatmeal. Next, we are going to start again with our cinnamon. We just love it. We're going to sprinkle on our ground flaxseed that we just blend up in our blender. Then we're going to add raisins, but any dried fruit would work. Dried cranberries are another favorite. And for a little crunch, we're going to add pecans. Check out this delicious raisin cinnamon oatmeal. For our next bowl of oatmeal, we're going to use one of my personal favorites, natural peanut butter, which blends in perfectly when it's nice and hot and freshly cooked. Then I'm going to top it with a banana. Bananas add a lot of sweetness to oatmeal. If you want a little bit more sweetness, you can use some maple syrup, which is definitely at the top of my list. And we're going to sprinkle on some raw pepitas to give it a little bit of crunch. Peanut butter banana oatmeal is my all-time favorite. For our next recipe, we're going to use some dried coconut. You can use sweetened or unsweetened. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of dairy-free chocolate chips, and if we had almonds, we would definitely add them, but we were out this day. Coconut chocolate chip oatmeal. For our next bowl, we're going to add some ground flax seeds and then some fresh raspberries, but you could also use frozen. You can make this totally decadent by adding some dairy-free chocolate chips, and you could also add nuts if you wanted extra crunch. Raspberry chocolate chip oatmeal. Next, we're going to add fresh strawberries. And to give it some crunch, we're going to add some cashews. And then finally, we're going to sprinkle on a little bit of hemp seeds. We absolutely love this strawberry cashew oatmeal. And last, we're going to start with our hemp seeds, and then we'll sprinkle on some flax because we like to add flax into every bowl of oatmeal that we eat. And finally, we are gonna add some fresh blueberries. You could also use frozen if you don't have fresh. And then add a little bit of walnuts to give it some crunch. Blueberry walnut oatmeal. I hope you love this Instant Pot Oatmeal recipe. Maybe you'll be inspired to try some of your favorite combinations. I'd love to hear what they are. Or if one of these is your favorite, go ahead and leave it in the comments. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. What are your favorite things to put in oatmeal?
My favorite things to put in oatmeal are strawberries, blueberries, and diced apples.
Sounds delicious.